Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder with Blue Book MKE and Making Money with Stephen A. Williams on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to talk about automation. Everybody talks about AI. Everybody talks about automation. How can you be more productive and be able to get more work done? And I'm going to tell you a little story, real true story that happened yesterday. Talking to a young man that gave me a call. He was very frustrated with his business, and he actually broke down and started crying. This is true. He actually broke down and started crying. And I appreciate that he did give me a call. And the reason why he had my had my numbers, because this is someone who I have assisted with my with marketing services. I can tell you that he has never fully took my advice, but I would just, I've had consultations with him, but he never took the step to actually have my company do work for him. And, but me being someone who always wants to help, when he's called or emailed, I would just say, hey, you need to do this. Because I know that at a certain point, all of us, you don't buy things because people talk you into it. Most of the thing, there are some people that can, that'll talk a person into stuff, and then you'll have buyer's remorse. I'd rather do it this way. I'd rather say the person gets to the realization that the advice and information that I'm telling them is true. Because that's when things have worked for me. It has been when I've ran it through my mind and I was like, this does make sense. And I had told him, number one, that being a business owner is tough. I know that there's stuff out there, videos, and people will say you can make money on this Amazon or Shopify, make a website and product, hair stuff. All you gotta do is post some videos and throw some stuff on YouTube and keep posting all of that. And then people find out that they actually made themselves another job. Like, I have business owners that used to run ads with us, with my print advertising business, and with online, when we, online services. And they came to us and they were like, I work hard at my business all day, and then I got to go home and I got to do this, or I got to work hard at my business and then I got to do this throughout the day. And they find themselves like this young man found himself. And I learned this lesson a long time ago. Like, automation, if you put the automation in place, it will take away a lot of the frustrations that you might have. And then when it comes to AI, this is something that I want people to know. If you are not utilizing automation that existed before we had access to AI, you're not going to use AI, or you're not going to use AI properly. I know that from experience, because and the thing about it is that before the automation that we have now, that I'm going to show you on the board here, before that automation, I was doing another automation that was more manual. And there were businesses that didn't do that automation. So when the new automation came about, guess what? They didn't do the automation that has been here for years. And then now AI came around, and now they're thinking, okay, I'm just going to hop, skip, jump right over to AI. And the problem is that if you are finding yourself frustrated, it's because you are not utilizing automation the way that it is intended to do it. What I say to people is that you're just playing around. You're just playing around. So let me take a quick sip, and then I'm going to draw on the board to help you out. And I do this. This is not a video where I saw someone else do it and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Let me just draw it out to my subscribers, or draw it out to try to draw people in. No, I don't care if it's just one person who gets this. If it's just one person who watches this video and gets it, that satisfies me. And then also, even if no one watches the video, it gives me practice because this is the way that I've built my companies. And all it is like, hey, I'm just, what do you say? I'm just building on to my belief because I know that this works. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. So the first thing, if you're going to utilize automation the right way in today's world, if you want to take the work off of your shoulders, is you need to have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is ads. Ads is an employee for you. If you pass out flyers, you're going to pay somebody to do it or you're going to do it. If you do it, what do you value your time? What do you value your time? Like for me to go out and pass out flyers when on some days I can make $10,000. So what would I be doing going out passing out flyers? The only time that I would ever go to pass out flyers is if I was to make a route for someone that I wanted to make sure that they pass out those flyers to. And that's if I just didn't hire one of my staff to go do it, but I'm that type of person to where I might just be like, hey, I want to get those locations. Like I have done that before. So, I mean, I would do it. But think about it this way, like frame your mind. Get this in your mind. Your ads is an employee. So if your time is worth $1,000 an hour, because if you're there, if you're doing your job, if you're doing what you are good at, you could make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I just took on another client to do a certain amount of work for them, and for the part of the work that I do, that I don't pass on to my employees, this is what I was paid. $2,500. Now, I'm not going to say how fast it took me to do that because some people might say you're making too much for a certain period of time. But I don't get paid for the period of time. I get paid for the skill that it takes to do that specific task. So I could do this in 30 minutes. I could do this in 1 hour. So we'll just leave it at that. But if I have ads out there that's like an employee that can bring me plenty of people who are willing to pay $2,500 or $10,000 or $500, whatever it is. But look at your ads as an employee that's going to continually be out there talking about your business. Hey, this is what we got. 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 Bringing people in. That's what your ad is. That is that person that's holding up that sign. Hey, come in and see what we had to offer. That ad, that person is not the salesperson. The ad is not the salesperson. So next is leads. There's certain ways some businesses cannot do lead generation. Some of you have storefronts, but regardless, there is a way to do it and you will generate leads. So the leads is like your money in the bank. This is money. This is money in the bank. Let's just make green. We got a whole bunch of green all over the place. And you might be saying, well, Steve, how is that money in the bank if they haven't paid you anything yet? It's because you're going to have them in your playground. So these are your leads, and they're going to run through your sales process. And you're going to see that you're going to end up making money. Now, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into it in this video, but you can get the point. If you run ads, people who are raising their hand, I'm interested, and they give you their information, I'm pretty sure if you are a serious business person and you're looking at using automation, you would be able to figure out how you can convert those leads over into sales. And this is your sales page. So this is money in the bank, but this is when you cash in right here. So if you're running them to a website, that's what you do. If you need them to come into the store, that's what you do. So now let's talk about the automation. This is where people are getting this stuff and they're just like skipping over, and then now they're thinking about AI and they're like thinking that the AI is going to do all of the stuff for them. No, you're going to do it. You tell the AI what to do. The AI doesn't tell you what to do. If the AI told you what to do, then you might as well say that you are this and the AI is going to be this, because you're going to be the ones that's out there constantly working. And that's what we're trying to get you away from doing. We want you to make more money and spend less time. More money, spend less time. Say that with me. Say that real quick. Steve, or say your name. I'm going to say Steve. More money, less time. Steve, I want to make more money, less time. That's what I say to myself. So if we have automation in place, what is automation? You use email, text, and phone if you have sales reps. So you have those three in place. And what you want to do, and this is where automation will stop the frustration, because the young man was so frustrated because the people were not, his leads were not responding to him. But if he had automation in place, the people would get to know about what he could do. They would know the importance of following up and answering the calls for him. All of that stuff. A lot of that can be tested in your automation. So if you have trouble with people buying from you, I've done this. I straight up said to my leads, tell me, and I'm going to even give you something for free. Why didn't you buy? And people would come up with all type of reasons. I bought something before from other people that were similar, and I just don't want to, I don't know if it could work for me. And so I could make sure that when I make my sales pitch, my follow-up process, that I identify for that segment of people that might have been buying other stuff. All of us have bought a whole bunch of stuff out there. People can make it look really good when it comes to marketing. And then you get in, you're like, this shit don't work. This ain't nothing. Not my stuff. My stuff works. Other people said they just don't have the money. I don't really believe that, because if you are in business, you may not have money, but you have to have money to be in business. You're just not utilizing that money the right way. And when I tell people what you should focus on when you first start your business, because every business is in the business of marketing. And if you don't understand marketing, you think you're going to just open your door. Like there's a business over here. They opened their door and 6 months later they were closed. A business all the way down the street, a smoke shop. All these people, hookah and all that stuff, closed down. One across from my daughter's store, shut down. Had bought air. They must have got a big loan, or they took a loan on their got a line of credit from their mortgage, or just had money, put it into the store, closed down. Reason why they closed down is because they did not do this here. You think you're going to open up and people are just going to come in. We just opened up a new location for one of my businesses. You want to know what we did? We sent out 1,000 postcards. We sent out 500 sales letters, and we ran Google ads and Facebook ads. That's what we did. We focused on this. And right now, this is where our focus is. We want to get as much of this working, as much of this coming in, and then run through the process with the new employee over there on how to get people to ultimately come right here to become a sale. That's where we're at. Everybody else focuses on stuff that doesn't matter. They're focusing on everything that doesn't matter, when we focus on the stuff that does matter. It does not matter to me that we lose money during this process, because I get answers. When I get leads, I get answers, and we turn those answers into money. So don't sit there and focus so much on what doesn't matter. Focus on what does matter. I guarantee you that if you follow this right here, tomorrow is going to be a brighter day for you when you start to see that, number one, you got people to talk to, and you can get some answers to why people are selecting your competition rather than coming to you. And another thing about money, in closing, another thing about money. Money finds you. You don't go out there chasing money. Money comes to you. This is a hard thing. It was hard for me to understand. It's a hard thing for business owners to understand, because they're thinking that they're they think that this process is for the money. And I know it might sound a little confusing, but let me try to clarify it best as possible. Is that get into your work, but get into the work that matters to be able to put you in a position for money to find you. Now, you know how to do your work. Like if you have a repair shop, you're an attorney, you're in a medical field, whatever that business is, you know how to do that service. If you don't, then you're in real trouble, because you're gonna have a lot of people come to you after you follow my advice, and then you're not gonna be able to perform the service. So what you do is you need to understand fully that this is where you need to focus on, get good at doing this, and you'll have all the free time to be able to take care of your business. And then hopefully you'll get to like the position that I'm at, to where you really just do the things that you want to do for your businesses. Like like there's certain things that I just enjoy doing that. Yes, I could hire someone to do them, but this is like what I want to do. I have other employees that take care of all of the other stuff that I don't want to do, and I do the things that I want to do, because that's just what I get my enjoyment from. So thank you for your time. Please post your questions and comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. If you have any need for any type of services, there's a link either above or below this video. Thank you for your time.